Well, it's that time of the year again. We are in Las Vegas for SEMA, and if you've never been to SEMA before, it gets pretty crazy. This year I actually had the opportunity to work for SEMA and judge the Young Guns competition, so this two-part video series is sponsored by SEMA. Huge thank you to them for having me out. Let's get started. Welcome to Vegas. We are back in SEMA for another year. Now let me give you guys a quick rundown of how this week's gonna go because it is a little bit different. So I'm staying in a really random hotel this year, but if you guys can see, let's see, in the parking lot right down the street, right over there, you can see all of the company trucks. We are right across the street from the SEMA venue, which is really, really cool. For this week's videos, I am filming for SEMA, judging the Young Guns competition. So I just got to the hotel and I'm waiting for Chris, otherwise known as Crispy, to get to the hotel. He's staying in the same hotel as me, so we're gonna be hanging out. Once he gets here, we're gonna go to our media passes, and then we have a little meeting tonight to kick off our SEMA adventures. But get ready for some fun lifestyle vlogs. I mean, this is gonna be great. Chris!
Hey, bud.
Our first SEMA adventure is figuring out how we're gonna get our media credentials, and we're gonna ride the monorail, but we're not too sure if we need passes or not. We're gonna figure it out. So minor change of plans?
Minor change of plans. We almost bought the monorail tickets, but we got a call from the client 5 seconds before time to not do that because we don't need them today, and she's gonna get us to them in the morning. Just go to the meeting. Okay. Well, now we do have a meeting to kind of kick off our entire adventure here in SEMA with Drive Shop, so not too sure what that entails, but we're just gonna go do it. Just food? I heard food, so there.
Chris?
Dude, I literally just set myself on the fire.
You're gonna look real spiffy in this, man.
I'm gonna look clean. I'm gonna get it starched.
You're set, ready to go for SEMA tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
Excuse me, Chris. I'm a SEMA judge.
You need a front splitter just to take out the angle.
Okay, so we've made it back to the room. We had our meeting, it went pretty well. We got these cool little SEMA bags as well as our itinerary for what we're doing for the entire week, but that's not really important. I now just got changed up and got ready to go to dinner. We do have a dinner tonight to go meet with a bunch of the SEMA people. So I'm gonna go do that and then possibly meet up with some friends afterwards and maybe go out and have some fun since we're in Vegas for the first night, but not too sure yet. Go ahead and bring you guys along for that as well. All right, I guess I'll take shotgun. Welcome to day 2 of the official SEMA show. Today is the actual day where we're going to be doing the judging like I've talked about a lot. So we're judging the SEMA Young Guns competition. Should be pretty cool. We have to pick our top 10 builds today. I don't know how much I can show you when we're judging, but it's going to be a fun day.
All 6 of them are there.
Okay. Free promo.
So you're good to go.
Thank you, man. Hold on, you gotta fix that.
You ready for today?
I am. I'm very ready to walk around all day.
Setup. I am just slacking right now.
You just gotta get you some wood. Just get some nice wood. Get your hands on.
Handcrafted?
Oh, it's handcrafted.
Well, just a casual stack right here. This is our plan for the entire day. These are the 42 different cars that we are going to check out, meet the builders of all of these cars, and choose our top 10 for the Young Guns competition. So we have a full day of just checking out all of these cars. Yep. Oh, and if you're at SEMA, don't forget to stop by, you know. It's here if you want it.
That's why I brought it, boy.
So we're officially starting. I don't know how much we'll actually be able to film once we're judging, but we do have a little bit of free time after judging to go check out some of these cars.
Hey, put the camera down. No filming here.
It's actually out of a Cadillac EGS. It's an LTG motor.
It's a 85 RX-7, has a turbo 2 swap out of a 91 RX-7. It's all Bridgeported internally, everything's pretty much done. Paint wise, overall I did everything. All the motor is all painted, it's not powder coated. Other than, you know, hot side turbo, catch can, stuff like that, it's all ceramic coated.
This is my 2012 WRX. I bought it brand new while I was a sophomore in college. Didn't really have plans for this, but it kind of turned into something a lot bigger than I anticipated. This is an R34 full drivetrain swap from a 99 GTR. The motor was imported and trans and rear diff from Japan. I recently did an RB28 block in it. It's a 2.8 stroke kit. Fully built head, 292 cams, titanium piping in the bay. V-mount intercooler and radiator setup, 9174 turbo.
I think I've made my decision on the next build. This thing is amazing. I know that we've been talking about doing some sort of Z, 240, 280Z on the channel for a while, and I've seen a couple of these, but he's actually in the Young Guns competition, which we're kind of judging right now and taking a look at this with the LS swap. Absolutely crazy. This thing is unreal. And then you have the interior as well, with literally just an insane cockpit. Like, he did an amazing job on this. I think I see a 240 or 280Z in our future pretty soon. Really been wanting to do a pretty crazy LS swap, so whether we put it in a 240Z or 280Z, or I'm eventually going to get an FRS or BRZ to start drifting, and whether we do it in the FRS or BRZ, seeing an LS swap like this is just, this gets me really, really excited for what's to come and gives me a lot of inspiration, because an LS swap is coming, whether we do Tiana's project car on 280Z or my drift car FRS or BRZ. This is coming, and so is this car. We'll talk more about that later. It's time for judging deliberation here. My team is with Chris and Sarah. I can't tell you guys too much about the judging just yet. That'll be later on, but go ahead and have a little meeting, and then everybody will discuss our choices. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I can't. I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to actually pulling the trigger on one, as much as you guys tell me not to because they're so overdone. What you have to realize is, when I buy one of these, it's not going to be one of my typical street car builds. This is going to be a car purely to learn how to drift in and to bring to the track and just have a good time. And this is not going to be a street build by any means. Me and John have a full build plan set up for this, so when I do get this, just know that I'm not going to do the basic coilovers, wheels, exhaust and stuff like that. This will be a full-on drift build. So I think I'm at that point where I'm ready to finally get the FRS or BRZ and finally pull the trigger on getting and building a drift car, one of these. So it's coming. But I also want to mention this awesome FD right here. So nice. Got the raise and right-hand drive. All right, time to walk around SEMA some more.
Look how big the buns are. Yeah, they got free food here, but look how big these dogs are.
Well, this shot seems familiar. Today is over with now. Today was basically us going around and judging. We weren't able to film too much just because we're not allowed to say who made it yet or not, so you guys will hear more of that from this week. But today's over, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get the cars today, Chris.
Oh, they're cool. The whole like subcategory of cars was really neat, seeing how like people that are somewhat our age build cars that you'd think somebody like a shop would build, or like a big.
Yeah, it's way over my head. Like the cars that we saw today were insane.
I would never imagine myself like building some of those cars.
No, so it's really cool to, that's really cool and inspirational to see people that are our age building stuff like that. And I'll show you more of those builds through the week. Tomorrow we're definitely going to focus more on distributors, and I do want to talk to manufacturers about some builds that I have coming up, and that's a big part of SEMA as well. If you don't know, from a business standpoint, SEMA is where you want to be able to talk to these different manufacturers and brands that you want to work with. So I'm excited to do that, especially with a potential FRS BRZ build coming up, as well as the GTR build coming up that you guys know about. Oh, wow, this light,
yeah,
dude.
I saw that in the background of your shot. I was like, people are gonna have a seizure.
Oh, I can't wait to make so many gains with this, Chris.
Oh, you got muscle milk? God damn it. They have regular milk. Here, hold on. There you go, man.
Oh, all right.
Oh, shit. Fuck it.
Fist of champions right here.
Oh, yeah.
I usually try and eat pretty healthy when I'm not at home cooking my own food, but when it's SEMA, it's usually the worst food ever because you're in Vegas and you know, just that whole thing. Wow. Woo! Chris, just leave me. Chris, just leave me. Okay. So technically today is day one of SEMA, but is it our third day here?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yep.
It is our third day here, so we're already pretty worn out, but everybody else is just getting started. So I'm not too sure what's on the agenda for today. I know yesterday I said that we were going to check out the manufacturers, but the schedule has changed a billion times, so we'll see how much that does. But we're about to go meet up with everybody and figure out what we're gonna do today. I know we have to interview 10 of the Young Guns, so I'm gonna go see some of my favorite builds that we saw yesterday and check out some of the parts that are on them. Finally made it to the meeting location, but I want to show you guys the awesome. These are the awards for the Battle of the Builders. They look really, really cool and very nice. Oh my god, this is like for real. So today is the day that the top 10 find out who they are. We're at the meeting location now, and here are the actual trophies for the top 10. So congrats to you guys. Can't say it just yet, but you'll find out. Oh my god. These are the people we chose. I hope they don't get mad at us.
And his 2018 Ford F-150, Dylan Kocher, and his 1968 Chevrolet Nova, Jacob Griffin, and his 1927 Ford Roadster, Kyle Kuhnhausen, and his 1972 Nissan 240Z.
Congrats to you guys that were in the top 10. You guys did awesome. Now it's time to go finish off the rest of our day.
I'm ready to finish this day hard.
Oh,
real hard.
Here are the top 10 Young Gun winners right here. now that we have all of that figured out, it's time for us to go and interview these winners. I'm not going to show you every single one. Like I said yesterday, it's really cool that all of these builders are ages 27 and under, so it's people just like us building insane cars at SEMA.
Great, it's pretty inspiring.
So that is the recap of our first 3 days at SEMA. Very, very long days, but very awesome days. Hope you guys are excited for the upcoming SEMA vlog next. And by the way, I am very serious about the FRS or BRZ build coming, as well as the 240 build for Tiana, but that's for later on. See you guys in the next video.